Good morning. Today on Spotlight, meet businessman Adrian Lewis, the relatively new Chief Executive Officer of Forgotten Harvest. In February, he became the new leader of the Oak Park-based food rescue organization that has built quite a reputation for itself in this region and around the nation. As witnessed not terribly long ago on the popular Kelly Clarkson talk show, From Coast to Coast. What can people expect under his watch at Forgotten Harvest, and how has his previous marketing job at Meyer Incorporated prepared him for his new assignment? We'll ask him. And later on our Sunday morning program, we'll share with you some of the highlights from this past week's Detroit Regional Chamber annual Mackinac Policy Conference. It's Sunday, June the 4th. I'm Chuck Stokes, and this is Spotlight. Mr. Lewis, welcome to Spotlight.
How you doing, Chuck? I'm happy to be here.
It's a pleasure having you. Your first time on Spotlight.
It is.
But this will be the first of many, I hope.
Well, you know, if you invite me, Chuck, a friend like you, how could I turn you down?
We'll make sure we do that.
Yeah.
Let's go. You are taking over an iconic organization, has deep history in this town and very positive history. You come from the Meyer Corporation. Tell us a little bit about your background and why you left there to take on this assignment.
You know, Chuck, I tell you, I've been blessed to be able to have worked for many great companies, including Meyer. And all of my life, I've been part of the food industry. Mm-hmm. And I've always been one to seek additional impact. And as I grow and look towards those things, and you know, Meyer was my most recent job, as you mentioned, and this opportunity at Forgotten Harvest did allow me to have a greater impact. Obviously, it's a different aspect of the food industry.
Sure.
However, you know, seeing the need as it grows and continues to grow throughout Metro Detroit, I just had to jump on that opportunity to be a part of that mission that helps to decrease that gap in food insecurity.
Sure. Well, you come from a major corporation in this state to a different type of organization, but very similar in many ways. What's been the biggest change that you faced since coming to Forgotten Harvest? Has it been sort of like drinking water out of a fire hose?
You know, I would say I'm overwhelmed with opportunity. How about that?
I like that one. Overwhelmed with opportunity. Good way of putting it.
It's great opportunity. It's intriguing work. But what was my first aha moment, I'll have to tell you, it was day one on the job. Mm-hmm. Of course, interacting with the staff. You know, in past roles as a leader, one of our goals is to make sure everyone's aligned with certain objectives. Mm-hmm. It was very clear to me that the staff, our volunteers, were all aligned with the mission. And to me, that's impressive. And
that's helpful when you step into
Absolutely.
An organization that already has a good staff. Then that puts you a leg up on it.
Absolutely. And then from there, it's all about building trust within my staff. And that aha moment allowed that possibility to just get on board really fast.
Mr. Lewis, what is the community need at this point? And you've been there long enough to be able to assess a little bit and say, okay, this is what Southeast Michigan needs.
Yeah, and the gap for food insecurity continues to grow. That's an obvious. I think that it's fair to say that our lines, for example, at many of our pantries have increased about 20% within the past month.
And with inflation going up.
Absolutely. Inflation does impact that as well. When we talk about need, what we need is our neighbors to make sure that we're giving one another grace, first of all. It starts with grace. It starts with the need to really help others to know that it's a safe space to share whatever their insecurities may be. And that's what Forgotten Harvest tends to do best. Yeah. We're meeting our hungry neighbors, our neighbors in need, at the space that they're in. And we need more of that so that we can quickly identify where those needs either continue to grow or continue to decrease.
Last year, you opened up I think it was 78,000 square foot new facility there in Oak Park. What has that enabled you to be able to do?
Yes, yes. You know, that campus is an amazing campus, and I know you've been there, but I would invite all of our listeners to make plans to stop by and do a volunteer segment there or just do a tour. That campus allows us to efficiently be able to sort what we call grocery rescue. We rescue groceries. We also get certain items that are donated from individuals as well as companies. Mm-hmm. It allows us,
because there's a lot of food waste in this country, unfortunately.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Billions of pounds of food that's wasted in this country. But what it does, it allows us to be efficiently, as we sort, to be able to distribute equitably amongst our Metro Detroit area. And the campus also allows opportunities for volunteers, whether it be corporations or individuals, to be able to have one site to volunteer. In the past, I've learned that our staff may have had several locations that we were stationed at. Now we're all on one campus. We can all
communicate with each other easily.
Absolutely, and really live that vision and that mission of closing the gap of food insecurity in Metro Detroit.
Okay, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll come right back. I don't want people to get the impression that you are rescuing bad food. You're rescuing good food, that if you didn't rescue it, it would go to waste somewhere and would become bad stuff. So we want to talk a little bit about that and talk about the farm and all the fresh food stuff that you're doing. We'll be right back right after this. And welcome back to Spotlight, talking to Adrian Lewis, the new CEO of Forgotten Harvest. Mr. Lewis, what is the Forgotten Harvest Farm?
It's an amazing sight to see. Our Forgotten Harvest Farm is operated by a few of our staff members. However, the biggest portion of our operation is how we are able to utilize our many volunteers, opportunities from several corporations to not only help us to, whether it be to seed our 90-acre farm, but also to harvest it. And to grow over 775,000 pounds of food this year is our goal. And to be able to do that, that's going to take a lot of coordination, but we are destined to do it again with the help of our neighbors.
You need a lot of volunteers to work both the facility in Oak Park, but also the farm. Is this a wonderful opportunity for corporations?
It is. It is, and many of our corporations are aware. However, this is a reminder, not only for the corporations, but our small companies as well as our individuals. But yes, when you talk about team building for some corporations, to be able to do all of that in one.
It's a way of giving back.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people feel that way. They do whatever their 9-to-5 job is that they're experts at, but they oftentimes feel like, I want to do something where I feel like I'm touching the community and doing some really good things for people that really deserve it. And this is one opportunity to be able to do that.
Absolutely. And you can have fun touching some of the crops that we're going to be growing. This year,
I learned something about gardening.
That's right. That's right. This year we'll be growing crops such as watermelon, squash, sweet corn. Sounding good to you, huh?
If there was a stove nearby, I'd be ready to put it on there. Yeah.
And it's amazing. Again, being able to grow those crops, but also to be able to distribute it equitably amongst our communities is what we'll be able to do, free of charge, I must say.
Okay, Adrian Lewis, hold on for just a second. When we come back, I want to ask you a little bit about some of the summer programs that you have for young people in place. We'll be right back with the CEO of Forgotten Harvest right after this. we're reaching the time where young people will be out of school. Do you have some summer opportunities for young people as well as those young people who may go to school year round and be in school and need some of this service?
Yes, yes, and it's a fact that many of our young individuals, school is a main source of their food, right? And we at Forgotten Harvest, we have close partnerships with summer programs to help feed our children. We have 9 pantries, for example, in specifics that are going to be helping us to distribute over 225 pounds of food each month throughout the summer. That also includes like 100,000 distributions to individuals throughout, when I say individuals, our students, our younger populations throughout the summer. So we're really excited about that. Again, it takes us.
Takes a village.
It takes a village, right? It takes us to be able to help to identify those needs, but also make sure that we get that food to the right place at the right time, in the right quantity as well.
Sure. Final question, community support for an organization like yours is absolutely important. If people want to get involved, how can they get involved? And is there a particular website or something that they should go to?
Yes, I would encourage everyone, Chuck, to please join us or look us up at www.forgottenharvest.org, and you'll see many opportunities to not only volunteer, but for donations, whether it be individually or corporations. Please look on that website and learn all of the different events that we have coming up, as well as the things that you can just plan to do in the future.
All right, very good, and congratulations. I know you just recently got your executive MBA from Howard University in Washington, D.C., so it was a busy time for you and your family, but a great time, and you got to see the President of the United States as the honorary speaker there,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
that was an awesome and
Graduation speaker.
amazing event to attend, but also the experience of learning those additional needs to not only be able to lead, but also to be able to give back in such a way and apply it to my role that I have here at Forgotten Harvest.
All right, Adrian Lewis, CEO of Forgotten Harvest. Best of luck there in your new job, and we'll get you back, I promise.
Hey, I look forward to it, Chuck. This has been an amazing experience.
All right, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more guests right after this. A few weeks ago, I sat down in studio here with Sandy Brewer, President and CEO of the Detroit Regional Chamber, and Matt Elliott, the Michigan leader of Bank of America, and who is now the chair of this year's Mackinac Policy Conference. They gave us a preview of what would take place at the Grand Hotel. Well, roughly 1,500 movers and shakers converged on the island to explore this year's theme with local, state, and national leaders. Here's some of the speaker highlights.
We understand very, very clearly that the Mackinac Policy Conference is a statewide asset, and we treat it as such. We treat it as we are stewards of this incredible statewide asset because across the country, they look to us, they look to this event, they frankly look to this room and say, why can't we do this in our state? And frankly, if we hadn't had a history that goes back decades, we couldn't do it. So we're all incredibly fortunate. And when we think about the complexity of the 21st century, what do we need? What do our businesses need, and what do we need as individuals? You know, there's the 5 C's that are growing increasingly in awareness in terms of what these needs are for our society. Critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, and the one that I'm glad that we're finally adding is citizenship. So it's going to take a lot of ands to address these and the other issues, and either or thinking isn't going to get us there.
So the goal of this conference is to explore the power of and hopefully build a clear framework that will align us towards a winning future for the state of Michigan. And if you take only one thing away from the next few days, remember this: and wins. Because only by using the power of and can you do things that at first blush might not seem possible together. We can do sustainability and we can grow the economy. Our companies can have profits and have purpose. We can be fiscally responsible and make investments in the future. Through experience, we know and conversations are those that come from multiple points of view, whereas or conversations look just like these slides. You're left, you're right, you're Democrat, Republican, you're an EV, you're driving an EV, or you're driving an ICE vehicle, and there's no middle ground. It's one or the other. Or, my favorite, you're a Spartan or you're a Wolverine, right? All right, we're going to settle it with a go green. I'm the chairman.
We put money back in the pockets of working families. We expanded, We expanded Elliott Larson Civil Rights Act so that the LGBTQ plus community is right. We repealed a 1931 law abortion ban that was on the books. And I've signed 3 pieces of legislation to curb gun violence and have some common sense gun policies on the books. And our work continues fixing the damn roads. Orange barrels, our state flower now, are in full bloom. We are on track to fix nearly 20,000 lane miles and 1,400 bridges by the end of this construction season. So we are doing a lot of work. We're moving fast. But the power of and is important as we think about the work ahead and the conversations that we're having here, not just for 3 days on Mackinac Island, but as we think about the next 30 years in the state of Michigan. When I look back on what we have done, we've made some generational changes because we compete with an underdog spirit and a championship swagger. It is a uniquely Michigan characteristic to be humble and to outwork the competition. So I'm grateful to be the governor of this great state and more excited than ever and optimistic about our future. Our unemployment is at 3.8%. It's below 4%. It's only happened 3 times since the 1970s. 2 of those times have been in the last 5 years. We've brought home $16.6 billion of investment, 16,000 good-paying jobs, thanks to the bipartisan economic development work that we've done through the SOAR Fund. We're home to the fastest-growing energy sector and job growth in the country, and we will be the next Silicon Valley for mobility innovation. And we are competing. We're going everywhere, and we are competing with everyone to bring supply chains home, to create good-paying jobs in communities all across the state of Michigan.
Be asked questions in your positions as politicians, what should we do? Typically I'd say, I don't know that government should be involved, but in this case, we really have to figure it out because we're competing, and it's not so much what we do domestically, even though that's important, but we're competing globally. And it's not like the bad guys in other countries don't have the same access.
Yeah.
Now, again, in this country, as entrepreneurs, that's why this is where a lot of this is coming from here. And so we've got to figure out, what the implications are when other countries that may not be our allies get their hands on it. And those aren't easy questions. I don't have specific answers.
So what we know about Detroiters that are fitting in this bucket when we ask them about their everyday life experiences is that they are least likely to be satisfied with the availability of good, affordable housing. Few feel that they have what they need to achieve their career and financial goals, and they're more likely to have health ailments. So we ask a series of questions about whether or not you've been diagnosed by a physician or a nurse, and we have a list of conditions that we ask. And we see that these individuals who are falling within the suffering category are also more likely to have those health ailments or to say that, yes, they've been diagnosed by a physician or a nurse. And what we see is that 2 out of 3 of them do not believe that they can get ahead with hard work.
When you look at where the party is and especially what the party is willing to tolerate, what the party is willing to enable, it's very difficult to make the claim that it remains the party, that embraced sort of the substantive conservative principles of somebody like President Reagan. And I think it's a real concern because the issues that we're talking about with respect to the debt, issues with respect to national security, issues with respect to other domestic policy, the nation really needs to have parties that can have a substantive debate about policy. And right now we have one party that has embraced insurrection, one party that is essentially trapped in a cult of personality, willingly trapped in a cult of personality, and that's a really dangerous place for us to be. So I don't think you can look at today's Republican Party and say that it is any kind of a healthy institution. I don't have any regrets about the choices I made, except my choice to support Donald Trump. I regret that. But there was no moment after it became clear that Donald Trump was willing to go to war with the rule of law. There was no moment where there was another possible honorable choice. And so when I look back at sort of each step of the way, I did what I felt my duty compelled me to do.
How do we make our cities, starting with Detroit, family friendly? And the thing I'll end with, and hopefully you don't think I've lost my marbles, you're looking at a tsunami coming at you. Rhonda knows this. My intuition is usually right. When I sense a place is changing, there's a good reason for that. Accumulated knowledge, wisdom, 4 decades of doing this. When I said this in Nashville, people laughed at me. Nashville will never become it. Go try to buy a house in Nashville. Go look at Realtor.com and try to buy a house in Nashville. When I went to Bentonville, Arkansas for the Walton Family Foundation, and I said, what you're doing here in Bentonville is going to take off, and Bentonville's going to become unaffordable. They were literally rolling on the ground. You know what I just did? An affordable housing strategy for Bentonville, Arkansas. Once this flywheel gets turning, and with all the capacity you have, the advantage you have now in offering great quality of life because of placemaking and affordability will start to erode. So I want you to keep your eye on the ball of affordability, diversity, and inclusion.
And so it was on beautiful Mackinac Island. Now the Chamber's to-do list begins, and planning for next year's conference starts all over again. I'm Chuck Stokes. We'll be back next week with more newsmakers in the spotlight. We hope you have a great week.